We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? It wouldn't be the first time we'd seen ghosts on our journey. But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are counting on me.
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can! The monsters will be back. And once you're in their sights, I'm telling you there's no escaping them. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Inazuma is engulfed in darkness. Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour everything in their path. Every last trace of humanity's existence, I tell you. They'll devour it all.
But look, none of that seems to be going on around here.
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, get out of here. Now! There's no time left. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left to rely on but our... I don't know how long we can hold out for. But if we abandon our hope, then we've got nothing left at all.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel this terrible darkness. Please, or the whole of Inazuma will be reduced to a hunting ground for the beasts.
Calm down. The war...
Over? But...
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft... There are no monsters. Nor is there anything else here that could threaten your life.
What? But how? I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down. Everything's...
Huh. I think I understand. Yes, thank you. Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin that.
If I am not mistaken, the sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley line. An entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. Purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley line.
So the memories of the ones that died are all appearing at this moment?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while the disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew...
So... Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, Kitsune Saigu sacrificed... I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined.
Hey!
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time. Powerless. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps, as Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now, I will never forget.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
There are a load of Ridgehounds here too!
Leave them to me. Inazuma shines eternal! Remove all obstacles. Shine down.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize.
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected... I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters like...
Ah, makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in your Excellency's... It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. It's pitch black and loads of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So I decided to stay. And now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless. People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on. But me, I have no such thoughts. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me, just listening to her stories. One thing she always says is, good things don't... So you see, as bleak as things may be now...
Perhaps.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my... The almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have... One moment, I'll just... Where in... I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their...
Can't see a tea set anywhere around.
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it themselves. That would be most
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no. Your humble servant...
This place is... complicated. It's quite unlike the tea house in your memory. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I can't decide whether it...
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but at the same...
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend this time chatting with the Traveler. Please, fetch...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now...
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future. They are similar, but not a... When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far... Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow. There sure was a lot going on.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary. An ambition is a yearning for something material. Or Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity? I suppose what it comes down to, yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least.
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now I no longer cling to...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in particular should be fit for your Excellency's youth.
It's quite beautiful. Thank you.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I does not...
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuyama waiting too long.
Hey, where'd he go? He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long. As was...
So we won't get to... We didn't even have a...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disordered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have a tea set. Perhaps I should try my hand at making us a pot of... I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. Please. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things we've seen today have brought back... I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I... Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably lighthearted. But now... I'd like to broach a heavier topic. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of my friend, Kitsune Saigu, they also took Makoto away from me, for good.
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or... perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. Yes. It was too late. I arrived. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plane of Euthime. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to... It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I said...
That's quite a story.
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all... No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect with the help of the sacred Sakura's power. I was finally able to overcome the monsters and
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda be...
Yes. She She had such a great love for this land, and I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Brother? I had heard... You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seemed...
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma. So, I am afraid I can't...
Oh, well, boy, both of you have experienced...
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation...